Hello everyone, it's me Elizabeth and I'm back with another video. This video is going to be a story time on I don't know if you guys saw in the title, but how my car got stolen at work. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so this is kind of like this story is like it's a lot, but I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. This is off topic, but I'm just starting my YouTube channel, so I'm like, I don't know what I should post. I'm trying to figure out like what I want to do. So if you guys do have any like suggestions on like what you want to see, just go ahead and like put it in the comments and let me know, and then I'll try to do some more. But this one is a story time. I did tell you guys that I was going to do a story time, and here I am. And on my last video, thank you guys so much. People, like, for you guys who commented on it, like, honestly, like, thank you guys so much. It actually, even all my other videos, but like, I was just shocked because, you know, some people commented like who I didn't know, and I do appreciate, like, just know if you do comment something, like, it means a lot. Like, literally, I almost started crying. Like, anyways, this is off topic, but let me just go ahead and get started with the video. Okay, so this place I worked at, I already mentioned it in the other video, so if you want to know what it's called, maybe go back and look. But it's like this retail store, and the place that it was located, it's basically at this mall, but this mall used to be, it's not really mall, it was a mall. Like when I was little, like when I was younger, like probably like 10 years ago, like it used to be popping. Like when I was a kid, like everybody used to go there. There used to be like a whole bunch of stuff there, but now like most of the stores closed down, and it's pretty much only the place that I used to work out, and then this other store, and then another like kind of grocery store. I don't want to say names because I don't want to like let you guys know where it is, even if you care, but I'm not trying to like give out the exact address, like where it was. But it was at this place that used to be a mall, and right now it's just like, you know, a bunch of like food places, and then like that store, and like the inside of the mall doesn't even exist anymore. Like when I was younger, there actually was an inside of the mall, but now there isn't. And the area is not that good. I used to have to take public transportation there, and I've had a lot of things happen to me and I only worked there for 3 months. I want to let you guys know, I only worked there for 3 months, like exactly 3 months. Not that I got fired or anything. I just quit because of an emergency. I had to leave the country. Remember when I said I had to go to Kenya? So that's the only reason why I'm not working there anymore, but I was thinking about quitting. Because let me just tell y'all this story. I remember, guys, I said that I do work with my older sister. She's a couple years older than me, and I worked with her at the mall. I mean, at the store. Like, I worked upstairs and she worked downstairs. So we didn't really, and we didn't always get the same shifts. I would actually work longer than her, and she would work shorter shifts than me. But like on weekends, I always used to work on weekends, and pretty much like everybody, it's like mandatory for everyone to work on weekends because, you know, a lot of people come in on weekends. So we would work together most of the time on weekend, and guess when it happened on Sunday. So I remember this day. Okay, so we started working there at the same time. And so I started working there in the beginning of September. Like, I think it was like September 3rd. I'm sorry, guys. But just know it's the beginning of September, and I quit the like middle of December. Like middle of December. So that's like 3 months. So this was like probably about a month in. This happened in October. So we have September, October. We've only, like, I remember I was like, I've only been here for a month. Like when this, okay, let me just shut up. Let me just start the things. I've been working at this place for a month. It's on a Sunday, and I'll never do this again. Like, I used to work every Sunday, and so I never used to get to go to church. But sometimes I would get to go to church, but like that's only if I worked like in the morning, like if I worked later on in the afternoon. But the thing is, on Sundays, it was like 11 to we would close at 7, and they would always give me 9-hour shifts. So it was like I have to come in before church. Sometimes I'd come in at 11 and I'd be able to go to church because my church starts at 9:30. But that day I wasn't able to go to church because I think I started work at 10. I was opening, so we opened at 11 and we would close at 7. But I would have to, most of the time I'd have to come in an hour early just to like set things up, you know, just like organize everything and make sure everything is fine. So that day my shift was from 10 to 7, so there was no way for me to go to church because the earliest church started was at 9:30. And come on, like, you can't do that. So that was the day I wasn't able to go to church. But like, remember I said my sister did work there with me, so she started, I think she started at like 12. She wouldn't get like the same length of shifts as me. Sometimes she would get 9 hours, sometimes she would get shorter shifts. That day she got a shorter shift, but I know she was closing with me because we would close at 7 on Sundays, but on the other days it would be like 8 or 9 or something. But that day we closed at 7. I used to love Sundays because I don't like being at work. Guys, I told you that area is bad. I don't like being at work when it was dark. Like, if it's dark outside, I'm not going to be there. Like, my other jobs, I'm fine with that. But I told you guys that place is not safe. And I would have to take public transportation home sometimes. Let me just finish like, the story, and then I will go on and do like backstories and everything. Okay, so I'm at work from 10 to 7, and my sister, she comes in at 12. So that day, my mom, she dropped me off to work before she went to church. And I remember she dropped me off to work, and then she came back home. And then my sister, she went to church, she went to church with my mom to like the second service, because there's 2 services. There's like a morning service and then like a second service at like 11. Yeah, I think it starts at 11. So either way, she was able to go to church before work. We have 2 cars. And so my sister took the other car and she went to church, and then she came right after church. She came straight to work because that's when it ended. So she comes to work, everything is good. I remember I'm working, you know, started at 10. I think I take my break around like 1 or 2, because when we were like, the thing I like about the job, they give us 3 breaks. So I think I already took my break and my lunch. And so this time comes around. It's about, I remember the exact time the car was stolen. Like, guys, I know everything about the story. Like, this is like, this is crazy. It comes around 4:50. My sister, basically, you guys remember I said I work upstairs. There's a door. I work right at the entrance. So like, let's say this is like Macy's and the door is in the middle, right? Obviously. So you walk in, and where I work is literally on this side, like at the door, like at the wall of the door. So like, if you walk in and turn, I don't know my lefts and rights, and I have my driver's license. Like, I literally don't know my left and rights. This is left. If you look left, that's where I am, and I work with my work there. And so my sister, she works downstairs. You'd have to take the escalator or the elevator, and she just works downstairs. So we really we may work the same shifts, but I really don't see her unless I go downstairs or she comes upstairs. So I'm working, I'm talking to the customers or whatever. But at this time, there isn't as many customers, and I'm not really helping anyone. And so out of nowhere, I hear my sister. She's like, she's calling my name. She's like, Elizabeth. I'm sorry, I just got a text. She's saying, Elizabeth, come here. So I'm like, oh, what's up? And she's like, and remember I said I work on the left side. She was on the right side, which let me describe the layout so it's a little bit more clear. Okay, so we have the door that's in the middle, and then I work on the left side, and on the left side is just pretty much like juniors, and then home, and then this is like all the way on the left side. But I'm just gonna explain where I work, like the stuff that's important. So you walk in, I work on the left side, and then on the left side there's the fitting rooms, there's where I work, and then there's employee break room. And then on the right side there's like a big glass window, so you can actually see like inside, because like, I mean, most stores do that, like you got to see like inside. So there's a glass window, you can see inside, you can see pretty much everything, and I can see outside too. And then also on the right side, on the far right, is the employee door, where like asset protection is. Like, you know, asset protection is basically like, it's like security, but like asset protection is like, you know, loss prevention. It's just people that like watch the security cameras, and if there's someone suspicious, they follow them around the store and they like handcuff them and like, or basically like arrest them. And trust me, that happened a lot. Like where I worked, it was like, it was normal. Like every day we got robbed at least 3 times. At least 3 times we would get robbed and that's why it's like the place that I'm glad I quit. But anyways, this is besides the point. There's an employee door and asset protection is there. And then if I wanted to, when I clock in, like when I first come into work, I have to exit that door. And then when I'm also leaving work, I have to exit through that door. So, yeah, but when I'm on my break and I'm like going out for lunch, I don't have to leave through that door. But that door is like specifically for employees when they leave and when they come in. And so, and I remember, guys, I'm on the left side and then my sister's on the right side where the glass is. So I see her and she's right by the door of the asset protection. So I see her and she's calling me. She's like, Elizabeth, come over here, come over here. So I'm like, I come over, I'm like, oh, what does she want? Like, cause I'm happy to see my sister. Like whenever I would see my sister at work, I'd be happy. Like gladly during my breaks, sometimes I would go downstairs and I'd say hi to her. I would talk to her and people, like my managers would come. They'd be like, can you go back to work? Like you can't talk to her. Like, are you on your break? Like, yes, I'm on my break, and don't tell me I can't talk to my sister, please. Like, do you understand? Like, they act like, and the thing is, like, me and my sister, we were MVPs, like, for real. Like, y'all, they needed us. Like, y'all, you guys need being with her. Like, the thing, we were good workers. They effed up so bad. Okay, let me just tell you, like, we are like good workers. Like, we carried the store. We did. Oh yeah, we did. We did carry the store. Like, they acted like they didn't need us. Like, that's the thing. I don't like places that I work at because they act like they don't need me. Really, like if I wasn't here, you would need to hire 5 more people. I do the job of 5 people. I'm that good at working. So anyways, so you guys need to chill out. And even my sister too, like she was doing the most sales out of everybody. Like that's the thing, like you guys are being really weird. Like back up. And that's how I know. Okay, all the managers there were low life. Like they were low lifers. They were all so depressed. That job was so low vibrational. But I'm getting off topic. Let me go back on topic. So she calls me over. She's like, Elizabeth, come over here. And so I come up to her and she's like asking me, she's like, no, she's telling me, she's like, I can't find my bag. I'm like, what? You can't find your bag? Like, what happened? She's telling me, she remember I said she clocked in at 12. And so then during her break, I told you we get like 3 breaks. So we have like a 2 15-minute paid breaks, and then one like you can either take 30 minutes or an hour lunch. But this is only for if you work 7 hours. And I think she might have been, yeah, she was working like 7 hours, so she did get like 3 breaks. But either way, like even if I'd work 5 hours, 9 hours, I'm taking 2 15-minute breaks and I'm going to take a 30-minute break. And I used to like cheat the system. Like they would say, oh, you have to take an hour because I'm working 9 hours, but I would take 30 minutes and I'm gonna get my overtime because I deserve that. Like, hello. But that's besides the point. So she told me, she's like, I can't find my bag. I'm like, what happened? She's saying she went to, during her first 15-minute break, so this was around like 2, 3, just like around that time, because you remember she came in around 12. So this is around 2 or 3. She's telling me, I went to the bathroom and I had my bag with me. She has like a pink Teflon bag. Like, you guys know a pink Teflon bag? It's like a pretty big bag. And she's like, yeah, she had a pink Teflon bag. And she brought it with her to the bathroom, and it's pretty big. And so in the bathroom, there's like a bathroom, and then there's a place outside that you can sit down and just like chill or whatever. And so she was at that place sitting down to chill. And there is a customer bathroom and there's an employee bathroom. She was at the customer bathroom, which is literally open to anyone. The employee bathroom is a little bit like you have to be an employee to go. Like there's like security code, and you have to go inside. You know, basically, like it's just like the employee bathroom is more secure, but like I like to go to the customer bathroom because sometimes I'd be taking a number 2, and I don't want my coworkers to see me taking a number 2. I'm gonna go to the outside bathroom, like period. So I don't blame her. And also sometimes I don't want to see my manager in the bathroom. Like I don't want to see my coworkers. Like sometimes I go to the bathroom to get away from people So like, don't be saying hi to me. Oh my gosh, hey Elizabeth. I'm like, really, like, I want to, like, I would, like, I'm overwhelmed. I want to sit in this bathroom and use my phone. But anyway, so she was sitting out there on her break, and she told me, remember I said okay, so the bathroom is upstairs and she works downstairs. So she was sitting there on her break. She's like on her phone, blah 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 blah, and then she goes back down after her break and she leaves her bag up there. She leaves her bag up there, and you guys remember I said she came to work. She drove the car to work, so the car is still there, and so that means the keys are inside her bag. So like, this is like, remember guys, they said this is around 4:50. So 4:50, I guess she's about to take her lunch, and so then she's like, she's trying to figure out like, where's my bag, like, where's my bag? So she checks, there's a place where employees keep their bags, so she checked there. No, her bag wasn't there, and I guess she remembered, oh, I kept it in the bathroom. So she checked the bathroom. She couldn't find it. She was looking everywhere. So she tells asset protection AP, hey, I can't find my bag. I can't find my bag. Can you guys help me find it? And so they checked the security cameras, and like one of the like captain, I don't know if he's a captain or if he's a manager. He's just somebody that's in charge like of asset protection, because the thing about where I worked, we had different managers for different departments. Like, I had a different manager than my sister, and then asset protection had a different manager too. Like, it was just different managers for each section because the store was so big. But there was still a general manager, like, where like even the managers that I had to talk to, like, they were still like, she was like, they still had to talk to her. Like, so there's still one main manager, but the main manager, she doesn't really like manage, like she doesn't really manage her. She stays in her office. So like, there's like 4 other managers separated, and so my sister's right here.
I'm naked. I'm not gonna even come in.
Yeah, don't. So you can go. I'm telling the story. I remember what happened.
What did it happen?
Did you ask me if you can wear that?
Oh, I thought I did.
You said the other one, the red one, not the brown one.
Oh, my bad. I made it better though, so this counts for something.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to my video. Asked assertion. She's like, oh, like, I can't find my bag. Like, what do I do? What do I do? So tell me why the manager, he's like, oh, I actually saw this lady carrying a big pink bag. When she looked at me, when she saw me, she looked really scared though. So I thought it was suspicious because, like, you know, why is she so scared? But I never thought anything of it. That's what he said. Anyways, and so apparently that lady who was carrying the bag, and she had a dog too. She had a dog. I don't know why she had a dog in the store, but anyways, she was carrying the bag, and she looked scared when she saw him. But apparently that same lady has stolen from the store before, so they were already watching her on the security cameras because they know that she stole. But I don't know what they were doing. And okay, let me close the door out. Let me just close the door. Okay, so apparently she has stolen from the store before, and they still let her in. They were just watching her. Guys, this is a place I used to work at. I'm gonna save my comments for after the story, okay? This is what I will save my comments for. No, actually, I'm gonna spit this out. The asset protection sucked, because I'm telling you, we got robbed 3 times a day. So how is it that you guys, they sit in the room, talk to each other, eat food on their phones, doing all of this stuff. All their job is to just watch the cameras and catch people, and they can't do that. I literally see, guys, I told you I work at the front, the entrance. I've seen people walk in and walk out carrying handfuls of clothes, handfuls of whatever, jeans, anything. And what is asset protection doing? They're standing right at the door, watching them walk out. They're like, and then they're like, oh. And then what if they catch, this is like, okay. So this is, just imagine, this is where I work at. The asset protection is not doing their job, okay? So they're letting this lady who has previously stolen before walk around the store with her dog. This is what they said. They saw this happen. I don't know the exact time that this happened. This probably could happen around 3 or 4, because like I said, my sister's bag was in there from 2, and this is like 4:50. It was 2 hours ago. when her bag was there, so it could have happened anywhere from 2 to like pretty much like 4:50. So I'm talking to her and she's crying. She's obviously crying. She's like, oh my gosh, like my bag is gone. She had everything in there and stuff. And then she calls my mom. She's telling my mom, just come pick me up, come pick me up. And she's telling me, oh, you can stay, like she's telling me I can stay at work, it doesn't matter, but I'm just gonna go home. Because like honestly, if my bag got stolen, I'd want to go home too. Like what, like I'm not about to stay here. So she's calling my mom. My mom's on her way to come because we don't have the keys for the car because it's in the bag. So she can't drive home, and then her bag is gone. So just close the door or attempt to close it. Anyways, but yeah.
You're not going to school.
Okay, let's not curse. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for her to leave. Oh, it's really slanting. Yeah, I love that.
See how easy it is? One of those a day, please. That was the cleverest in like no time.
Joy.
Oh, do you like the slide?
Yeah. I'm not trying to be rude. Like, yes, I do. Just close the door. She called my mom. Obviously, she can't take the car because the keys are in there. And so she's telling my mom, just come pick me up. Like, I'm tired. Like, she's crying and all this stuff. So, remember, guys, I said that we're by the door. We're by the asset protection. Like, the door for leaving, for the employees to leave. And we're at the window. Okay, we're like, there's a window right next to the door. Like, a big window. Like, I'm talking, like, it's, like, huge. Big window that you can see outside and you can see inside. So I'm standing there talking to her. I'm like, hey, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, like, do I want to go with her or do I want to stay at work? Like, am I about my money? Like, am I trying to get paid or am I just going to support my sister? I don't know. Like, you know, money always comes first, but at the same time, y'all, like, I don't know the whole story. Like, I just know that her bag got stolen. I didn't know anything about the lady like being previously stealing before until like after this whole situation happened. Okay, anyways, let me get back on topic. I'm taking really long to explain this. Guys, I don't know, I just love telling stories. Like, I'm like, I really like telling stories. Like, yeah, but I don't know, I don't really have that many, and some of them are very personal, so I don't know if I want to share that. That's besides the point. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm very okay, anyways, she's crying to me and all this stuff. I'm talking to her, we're looking out the window, and then my mom was saying, I don't think she wasn't on the phone with my mom when I came over. She called my mom before she called me over. So she was telling me like basically what mom said, and she was saying like, my mom was saying, oh, make sure you guys watch the car because, you know, the keys were in the bag, so you don't know, like, watch the car, like, go to the car. They're just telling, my mom's telling us, go to the car, was telling my sister to go to the car. She was telling me about it. I was like, they ain't finna steal the car. Like, this is me. I'm like, they ain't finna steal the car. Like, bro, they're not gonna steal the car, like, for real. So I'm looking at the window. We're talking to each other, and she's looking at me, and I'm looking out the window. Like, when she's talking to me, I'm just looking at the car. I'm just like, damn, like, all this stuff. So out of nowhere, you know, she's still talking to me, the car starts moving. I'm like, so see the car moving. I tell my sister, I'm like, Joy, her name's Joy. I'm like, Joy, why is the car moving? The car is moving. The car is moving. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, look. She sees the car moving. She's like, oh my gosh, wait. I'm like, why is the car moving? So she runs outside, and I run after her because, you know, she's my older sister. I run after. We both run outside. She starts saying, she's like, oh my god, someone is stealing the car. But like the car, like literally, let me tell you what happened. The car was parked forward, so the person is backing up slowly, and then they drive slowly out the parking lot, and they turn right. You gotta look at me. Which way? I seriously don't know why. They're turning right. It's like towards a movie theater, because there was a movie theater in that area. But it's like, it's not a part of a mall. It's kind of like outside. You'd have to walk outside to get there. So like walk through the parking lots. So they turn towards there, and my sister, she comes outside, she's screaming. She's like, oh my gosh, they're stealing my car. They're stealing my car. She's like crying, like all this stuff. I'm like I don't even say anything. I'm like, I don't say anything. I'm like, oh my gosh, what the F is going on? So she goes like all the way, like kind of towards the car, like more in the parking lot. She's sitting there, she's crying, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, literally, actually, I think this happened before. Like, I see the car get stolen, she's crying, she's sitting on the floor. I'm seeing like, I have to like, when it comes like when situations like this happen, like when like something crazy happens, I like try to like solve it. Like, I try to think, because situations like this have happened before. The first thing I thought was like, I need to go back inside and call the police, because I didn't have my phone on me. I actually leave my phone like where I work, which I don't know why I did that, but like really no one can go back there. But like I left my phone, like it was by the registers, because I worked by registers, so my phone was at the register. And so I went to go get my phone to call the police. So I ran back inside because I was wearing a dress. I literally remember what I was wearing. Like, guys, this is a crazy situation. I remember I was wearing a dress, so I couldn't keep my phone in my pocket or anything. And so I had to run back inside. I went to grab my phone, and I called 911. I was like, hey, I'm at this place location. My car was just stolen. I told them the color of the car, the name of the car. They're like, do you know the license plate number? I'm like, no, I don't. And then they're like, please call me back when you know the license plate number, because they need the license plate number. And I was so mad. I was like, fuck, just come over here, bro. Like, they really just took my car. And so we were trying to figure out the license plate number. And so I called them back, and I told them the license plate number, because my sister had it on her phone, because she used to do like, I don't know, DoorDash or Uber or something. So she has the license plate number on her phone. So like she has it saved. So I called them, and I remember like even before I asked my sister, I was calling my mom. I was like, Mom, like, do you know what the license plate number is? Like, blah blah blah. But let me go before I call the police. I mean, while I was calling the police, my sister calls my mother. She's like, they stole the car. She's telling her they stole the car, because this car isn't like, it's basically my mom bought it, but like we use it because there's like 2 cars, and you know, it's either that one or another one, but we don't really use that one because my mom doesn't trust me. Well, me and my brother, she doesn't trust me and my brother to drive it because it's a newer car. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. But like she only lets us drive the car because it's an older model. And so we were telling her like they stole the car, and so she was so mad. She's like, what? Call the police. And she hangs up on my sister. And so they were already like, I talked to my mom after it happened, like what happened, like what were you guys doing? She said they were already getting ready to come, but like after, like they were about to leave, but then when my sister called her again, like that the car was stolen. Because I'm telling you guys, this happened. My sister called my mom, and then she called me over, and then the car got stolen. That happened within 5 minutes. I'm not lying, because I remember the exact time that the car got stolen. It was 5 p.m. So 5 p.m. And remember, I told you my sister was calling me over around 4:50, probably even later than that, because I'm telling you, it happened. It was probably 4:50 something. So this all happened within like 5 minutes. Like me going over, her calling her mom, as we're texting, the car getting stolen. This happened really, really quick. So there was pretty much like, it was very shocking. And so she calls my mom. My mom was like, she's mad. She's like, oh my gosh, call the police, call the police. And so I'm like, I already was on the phone with the police, because that's the first thing I do. Like, if something goes wrong, I'm gonna call the police. I don't care. Call me a snitch, call me whatever, even if they don't like me, because I'm going to call the police no matter what. If you do me dirty, yeah, I'm gonna call the police. Just kidding. But yeah, because it's serious. Like, what the freak? So the car gets stolen. I call the police. I see the license plate number. I didn't have it at first. I gave it to them after I called them back. And so then they're like, okay, well, send somebody over. Someone will be over shortly. So we're like waiting. We're just sitting outside. Like, I don't even go back inside. And I forgot, when I ran back inside to get my phone, I'm like saying, oh my gosh, my car just got stolen. My car just got stolen. Because everyone is like confused. Everyone is looking. Because when the car first got stolen, my sister's screaming. And when she's screaming, she's screaming. So there are people in the parking lot. They're like looking at us. They're like, oh, what's going on? They're like confused, because my sister's literally just there screaming. And then people, my coworkers and people inside, were looking outside the window. They were like looking at us. They're like, what's going on? Like what's, basically hella confused, because my sister's screaming. So when I ran back inside, I'm like, oh my gosh, they just stole my car. They just stole my car. I need to call the police. Like, when I'm getting my phone, why is there customers saying, I didn't even say I need to call the police, but I'm just saying, oh my gosh, they just stole my car. They just stole my car. I'm running back inside, and then a customer is saying, call the police. Honestly, I hate when people, like, guys, I hate when people are like, oh, call the police, call the police. no. Okay, first of all, I was already gonna call the police. Because, first of all, my car got stolen. Why do you think I'm running back inside? To get my phone so I can call the police. Don't talk to me. If you don't have the keys to my car, do not talk to me. Do not tell me to call the police. You call the police. Don't tell me to call the police. And then I've had customers, like, stuff has happened at work. One time, like, literally, I'm not even lying, my last day of work, someone was outside slashing the tires, and then someone came in and told us, yeah, there's someone slashing tires in the parking lot. Like, literally, there was someone in a ski mask slashing random people's tires on my last day of work. This is where I used to work at. There was someone in the parking lot slashing tires on my last day of work. Someone comes in, they're like, oh, there's someone slashing tires. Like, I don't know what to do. I just wanted to tell you. So I'm like, we have theatrals, which is like a little earpiece where we can call people. I usually call my manager through that, or like my coworkers, like if I need help or if they need help with anything. So I'm like, call AP, and then I'm saying, oh, there's someone in the parking lot slashing tires. I just wanted to let you know I don't know what to do. They're like, oh, we'll just tell the mall security. And I get that they're like, I don't know if they're just security for the store, but like, wow, you guys are so good at your job. You guys are awesome at your job. You guys are the best people. You guys are so amazing at your job. You're so amazing at your job. Anyways, okay, let me just continue the story. So someone was saying, oh, call the police. Yo, I am on the clock. I'm not going to call the police. I do not have a car outside. And this is like, because after, this was my last day of work. I don't have a car outside. I don't care. This is my last day. I'm not calling no police. I'm done with police. Like, no, I'm not calling the police because there's someone out there. You could call the police. You have a phone. You can call 911. It's 3 numbers. Why do I have to do it? Like, don't tell me to call the police. Like, I hate when people do that. Like, you can do that too. Like, I'm not the only person with the phone. Like, really, I'm not. So, anyways, let me go back to the story. I ran back inside. There's people like confused and everything, like, what's going on? And so remember I said the cops said that they were gonna come? They literally took like 2 hours to come. They didn't come until 7. I remember I even called them again. I was like, hey, like this was like an hour later. I'm like, hey, like, you guys said you're gonna bring someone over. I'm just wondering, like, what's going on? Like, you know, my car was just stolen. Like you guys said you're gonna bring someone and there's no one here. And they're like, oh, just wait, like, we're really busy right now. Like, just someone's coming. That irritated the freak out of me. The area where I worked, it was not a good area. So, I mean, I guess I kind of understand. In the city that I live in, like, I've called the police before, and the police always come within, like, 15 minutes. Like, they come really quick. But, like, because of the city that I, worked at, because the city I live in, it's, like, not that much stuff goes on. Like, there's really, like, it's like a pretty, like, I don't want to say safe neighborhood, but, like, honestly, it is. It's safer than wherever I used to work at. Than where I used to work at. So, but they pay way less. Like, why is, like, the pay is, like, $2 less here? That's why I'm never gonna work here. No! I don't care. But, like, all the areas around me, around our neighborhood, they're not like that. They're, like, if you call the police, they take 2 hours to come. Like, I've heard of it happening to people, but I was like, there's no way this happens. There's no way that the police take 2 hours to come. I actually experienced it firsthand. But I believe that, like, someone gets murdered, like, I feel like they would come quick. Like, I mean, I get that's not that much of an emergency. But, like, come on, man. Like, it's not as an emergency as, like, somebody dying, obviously. But it's still an emergency. Like, if I'm calling 911, it's going to be an emergency. But I know they have bigger issues to deal with. But, like, hello. Like, you guys really are going to turn me down? And also, like, the police used to get called where I used to work a lot. So I guess they were like, another day. Like, literally, the store that I used to work at, the police would get called, like, every day because people would steal. Because when people steal, they would call the police, and then they would get, like, arrested or fined or whatever. But yeah, the police would come there often. So I think there was, like, a designated, like, police officer who would, like, come to, like, where I worked at. Because my sister was like, oh, I've seen him before. I'm, like, the store that I used to work at. And so I was like, really? Like, yeah, because the guy who came to see us, like, she's seen him before at the store because he, like, comes there a lot. And so we are talking. Okay, so the police eventually show up, and then my mom is there too. Like, I remember when my mom came, she came, like, where I work is, like, 20 minutes away. So she probably came within, like, 20 minutes, obviously. And she came with my brother. And so they're like talking to us, and the first thing she said, she's like, I love my mom so much. She's like, I'm so glad you guys are okay. She comes and hugs us, and she's not even mad at us either. I'm like, yo, I don't know about your mamas, but my mama, ooh, she not one of them. Okay, she's not like anybody else. She ain't like anybody else. Like y'all mama's like everybody else. My mama ain't like nobody else. But she was like, I'm so glad you guys are okay. Like blah blah blah. And then she's like goes to the car and she has to start calling insurance, obviously, like saying like, oh, my car just got stolen, like I don't know, like, in all this stuff. And me and my sister were just sitting outside. We're going back and forth inside and outside, mostly just standing outside waiting like for the police to come, like standing outside the entrance. And my manager comes. My manager is different from my sister's manager, but like also my manager is also like kind of, she's a manager over a lot of things. So yeah, I mean, it's not like we have different managers and like you can treat this manager bad and then like you don't have to listen to one manager and then like, because that's not your manager. Honestly, she's like pretty much a manager of like everything. Comes out, she's like, hey, like what, she wasn't there when the car got stolen. Okay, she was obviously working there when the car got stolen, but she wasn't like, she was probably downstairs or like another part of the store when everything happened. So she comes out, she's asking us like, hey, are you guys okay? Like I heard what happened, like what happened basically. Just like, we're explaining it to her. She's like, oh, this and that. And then my mom comes when we were talking to her, and then she's like, oh, your mom is such a like calm person, like she's really nice, blah blah blah, blah. I'm like, I know, period. Okay, but anyways, so she's basically just there talking all that rah rah. Honestly, like at the point I didn't want to talk to anyone unless you have like security camera footage, and yeah. And so while we're waiting, like my sister's asking for like security camera footage of us to see, because they saw the lady who took the bag, so we know like the lady who took the bag. And then I forgot to say, the person who was driving the car was a man. He was like a man, and like I remember seeing him. Like I saw him in the car. I didn't see him get to the car. My sister did say that she saw someone walking around the car, but she never thought like, girl, you saw someone walking around the car, like for real. But like she never said anything. But I saw like the guy like in the driver's seat, like it was a man in the car backing up and leaving. So like I didn't know if it was a couple or something but it was a lady with a dog and a man driving the car. And so my sister's asking for the security camera footage of like, you know, like the lady who took the bag. Like, can I just see? No, you can't see. It's only for the police to see. Like, it's only the police's job. It's only the police can see the security camera footage. But I can promise you, if it was anybody else, like if it was asset protection, they would see the security camera footage. If it was a manager, they would see the security camera footage. But just because it's us, we can't. No. And then also they were saying that like the actual manager, like, you remember how I said the captain? I think he was a captain, and then there's a manager. The actual manager of like asset protection wasn't there that day. Honestly, why are you not there that day? It's literally a Sunday, guys. It's a weekend. Why is it I am required to work every weekend, but managers can get weekends off? Let me know, because I'm not lying. Okay, I'm gonna say it. Like, I'm not lying. When I worked there, I used to work every weekend. Like, I had no weekends off. There was a lot of stuff with that job. I had a lot of weekends off. I mean, I had no weekends off. I had to work. I was there every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And I was in school. Just imagine that. And so we're waiting for the police. They're not showing the security camera footage. So we're like, whatever. The police come. We talk to them. And they're like, okay, we'll work on like trying to find it. Like this, and that. Like, we'll just work on trying to find it. And so we all go home. I think do we get food? I don't know. But we do get food. Like, we got food. Like, we always get food. Like, like, so after something like that happens, you gotta eat. Like, bro, like, come on, man. Come on. So, we go get food, and then we're talking about it. We're just thinking about it. It happened on a Sunday, right? I remember on, like, Thursday, I was crying. Like, I don't know if I was just so stressed, like, with a whole bunch of stuff going on. But, like, I remember I was, like, my face, like, after this happened, like the day that this happened, my face hurt so much. Like, my face felt like so tense, and it was like no matter like what if I tried to relax my face, like it just felt like very tense. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, it just felt like every muscle in my face was just like stiff. And it was like, this was like the worst feeling like I've like ever felt on my face. And it was like, that happened like the day, I remember the night that like after it happened, like when I went home, like my face was like that. I was like so stressed. All of us prayed. We were like, okay, we're gonna fast for this car. Like we were about it. Like we're about it. We were like, we're gonna fast and pray for this car to come back, because come on, like, what do you gotta do when stuff like this happens? You gotta look to God and just leave it to God and just pray and just thank God. Honestly, yeah, we just have to thank God. And so we pray and everything. And I remember a couple days later, I didn't cry at all, but like a couple days later, I might have just been stressed. I took myself on a walk and I started crying. I was like, oh my God. I started crying. I was like, oh my gosh, this car is really gone. Because this isn't a new car. This car is like from 2000. And this car is the same age as me. This car is from 2006. So it's a little bit younger than me. This car has been around my whole life. Okay? We used to go on road trips. We used to do everything in this car. Like, we used to always look for this car, because before we got our new car, we had this other car, but it was like from 1990. It was a really old car, so, and it was smaller. And this car is like, I forgot to say, it's literally a van. So there was a lot, like, we would take this car on road trips. Like, this car was like our designated car, and it's gone, like, just like that, like, when at work. And so I was like so sad. Like, I was like, dang. And this is the only car I used to drive, because remember I said that my mom only let me drive this car. I would take the car with me to work. Like, I would listen to music. Like, that car has the best speaker. Like, the speaker was so good. Like, I used to literally, like, when I'm driving, like, niggas, like, I'm sorry. Oh, people know, because like I would blast my music. I don't care. And I would blast my music, and like the bass on the car was like, everything about the car was just, it was like losing a sibling, guys. Because imagine this car's been around for like your whole life. We're like I'm praying about it. Oh my God, please bring back this car. And so then I remember 2 weeks later, it was a Tuesday, because I had school. I wake up and I hear my brother. He's like, because I share him with my sister, so I'm sleep here in my sister's bed is like over there. My brother comes, he's like, Joy, they found the car. And so I'm like, what? I wake up, I'm like, what? They found the car? And then we're like, yeah, we found the car. We're gonna go to the police station. So I was supposed to go to school. My brother was supposed to go to school, because remember, it was a Tuesday. None of us went, but we didn't go. We ended up going to the police station. They were saying, oh yeah, we had to get this letter. And then after we got the letter, we had to go to the towing company, because they found the car like the night before, like Monday night, and then they called us Tuesday morning. So they had to tow the car and keep it somewhere, obviously. So we went to the place to go pick up the car, and then we found it. We were like, oh my gosh, like, the car is back. But I will insert pictures like of what the car looked like. This is like, I'm gonna just insert pictures right now. Okay, so this is pretty much what the car looked like. The seats were down and everything. There was Burger King cups, as I'm going to mention. And in the back, there's literally a tire. That's the tire that they replaced. Okay, so that's pretty much like what the car looked like. Like, I'm not going to lie, it was in really good condition. It's just one of the wheels were replaced. I don't know if they popped the tire or something, or they sold it. I'm very confused. But one of the wheels, you know how every car has a emergency wheel, so they put the emergency wheel on one of the back wheels, so they replaced it. And they dug a hole in the carpet. Like, they were like, I don't know, they were trying to get it out from the top, so they just like straight up ripped up the carpet to get the wheel out. I don't think anything else major happened. It was just like basically only the wheel. And so the car was disgusting. It was disgusting. Like, they were smoking in the car. They were eating, like, I remember there were Burger King cups in the car. Like, I used to work there. The Burger King cups in the car. There was in the car. There was a diaper in the car. There was like a box full of like all of our stuff. They emptied out everything and put it in a box. Like the insurance papers were in like everywhere. Like they just basically trashed the whole car, and it was gone for 2 weeks. Because I remember you guys, I said it was stolen on a Sunday, and then they found it like 2 weeks later on a Tuesday. So it was like a little bit over 2 weeks. And that's how long they said. They said, oh, it should be back. It shouldn't take longer than 2 weeks for us to find the car. That's usually how long it takes. So we decided, okay, we're going to go get some supplies and we're going to clean the car. So we basically went back to clean the car, like take all the trash out. And then we decided to take it to a car wash. So we took it to this car wash and got it clean. We paid for that like $300-$400 for that deep clean, for them to like clean the carpets, steam the carpets, like basically just scrub every inch of that car, because guys, they smoked in it and it smelled. And then when we were at the car wash, my sister, you know how like there's a glass cabinet, or like, you know, like where you like at top, like where the mirror is, like usually there's a place like where you can keep glasses. No, it's not. It's like right by this, you know, however there's a driver's seat and the passenger seat, and then usually they have the thing like to block where the sun is, and there's like a mirror, like the sun blockers. My sister opened one of them, and then $80 fell on her lap. She got $80, and so what do we do with that $80? We spent it all on Shein, and you know, I bought some clothes. Just kidding, we didn't. We gave it to the we used it towards cleaning the car, because they charged us. It was expensive. And then also the car did have because remember I said they changed the tire was smaller than the other one, so the alignment got mixed up, so we had to go to Toyota to get it fixed, which was like literally like $4,000. It was like it was a lot of money. And like I said, the insurance didn't cover it because our car wasn't covered for stolen. So I'm just gonna let you guys know, if you guys have a car, make sure you get it insured for being stolen. Like if it's like, make sure you have insurance for it being stolen, because if you don't and it gets stolen, you're not gonna get anything. Like usually they give you money and then a car for you to drive until it's found or something, but we literally didn't have that at all. Like it was straight up, at least we had another car, but it was straight up like, oh, so it's too bad you guys lost the car, you should have had the insurance. Like you couldn't even buy it after. Like we were like, can we just buy it now? They're like, no. Mind you, we were with that insurance for 18 years and they wouldn't let us do that. Okay, so yeah, but we ended up finding the car, and it was in really good condition. Like that's honestly like this, like everything was still intact basically. Like we didn't lose anything other than our dignity, but like still, like I remember after we got the car back, I can't drive it. I couldn't drive it for like the longest time. I was like, I can't drive this at all. Like I didn't even start driving it until recently, because like it's just like, ew, like like ew, like someone actually stole this car and they were sleeping in it and doing who else knows what, and drugs and a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, we ended up getting the car back, and honestly, like when the car got stolen, the first thing I thought was like, I'm gonna quit this job. Like I'm going to quit this job, because like it was like a buildup of things, honestly, and that was just the first month that I worked it. That happened literally a month after me working there. I was like, I'm gonna quit this job. I don't want to work here anymore. I literally told my sister that. She's like, no, just stay, like just stay. And I'm like, I don't know, because like this literally happened when it happened. Like when the car was on, I was like, I'm not gonna work here anymore. She's like, just stay, like it's fine. She's the one who talked me into staying. Like I was really finna go, like, guys, like really. And then after, they're like, oh, you can't see the security camera footage. Like, are you serious? Are you dead serious right now? Like, are you thinking? So yeah, I'm surprised I even stayed at that job. Like honestly, a lot of people, if your car got stolen at work, would you stay? Like let's say you're not a nurse and this isn't like a job, you don't need this job. Like the thing is, I need this job, but like I don't need it. Like I don't have kids, I don't have stuff that depends on me. Like I can get another job, because this is just like a retail job. But like I don't think anyone would stay after their car got stolen, especially if they were acting the way that these people acted. So anyways, this video is getting really long, but that's like pretty much, like literally I have 53 minutes of footage, so I have to edit this. Pretty much got the car back and everything. We still have it now. I drive it now. It just still kind of smells, because I don't know, they were smoking everything. They were smoking like, and like cigarettes and everything. Like, I don't know. Yeah, okay, finally got it back, and I don't work there anymore. Obviously the next day, that, remember how I said it happened on a Sunday, and I told you guys I work like all weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Not that Monday's really weekend, but honestly, like, it's connected to the weekend. So I remember I had work the next day, and then I texted my manager. I'm like, hey, I can't come to work tomorrow. I mean today, because like literally like what happened yesterday. She was like, oh, do you think you'll be able to come in later? I told her I was sorting out, like, I lied. I said I was sorting out, like, we had to go to the police station. Honestly, I really didn't want to go there. Yeah, I told you, I wanted to quit the day before. Like, I wanted to quit when it happened. Like, I just really didn't want to go to work. And especially, why would I go back to the place after the car? Like, this is the place the car got stolen. You want me to come there the very next day? Are you bonkers? And my sister didn't even have work either. If my sister was going to work, I would have went. But she didn't have work the next day, so why the freak would I go? So I told her, I was like, yo, I can't come, like, because we're sorting stuff out. She's like, oh, do you think you'll be able to come when you're done? Ma'am, I know she's not talking. Like, I literally know she is not talking to me. You're gonna ask me if I want to come to work after. Did you give me money? Do you know? You saw that. You were there when it happened. You talked to me. You know what happened. And you're gonna ask me if I want to come to work the next day? Hell no. Hell no. I'm not coming to work. Like, that really, like, excuse me? Like, that's really disrespectful. Like, honestly, I find that very disrespectful. Managers will play you in your face. Like, after that happened, honestly, everything went downhill from there. Like, that was, like, the peak. And after that, everything went downhill. I started getting very, like, more and more irritated with everything. And, yeah, that's pretty much the whole story of, like, how the car got stolen. How my car got stolen. And we got it back. Thank God. So, I do hope you guys, enjoyed this story. If you made it to the end, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Also, all of you guys who are subscribed to me, I do appreciate all of you guys. If I knew who you were, I would give y'all the biggest hug. I'd give all 37 of y'all the biggest hug ever. But, yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe for more. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, morning, whatever time you see this. I just hope the rest of, even the day, the rest of your life is amazing. Thank you guys. Bye.